Day 777 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 2287, rearrange characters to make target string. The difficulty level is easy, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given the zero index strings S and target. You can take some letters from S and rearrange them to form a new string. Return the maximum number of copies of target that can be formed by taking letters from S and rearranging them. All right, y'all, so that may seem a little bit confusing at first, so let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input S equals a string I love coding on LeetCode, but it's all one string, one word. Target equals code. So we want to see how many times we can find code in this string by rearranging the letters. So it said, or how many copies of code, I should say. It says for the first copy of code, we can take the letters at indices 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we come 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start here, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We get this right here, ECOD, boom. We could rearrange this. After rearranging, we could get code, boom. Then it says for the second copy, we can second copy of code, we can take the letters at indices 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that would be this code right here, but we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Boom. So we start right here. This is our second copy of code. After rearranging, we don't need to rearrange. We could just keep it as is. So we have 2 copies of code after we rearrange them that we can create code, which is the target up here. Boom. And since we could do that 2 times with this string, that's why the output is 2, y'all. Boom. So just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, our input S equals a string ABCBA, target equals a string ABC. This time the output is 1 because we can only create this target in this string 1 time. It says we can make 1 copy of ABC by taking the letters at indices 0, 1, and 2. We can make at most 1 copy of ABC, so we return 1. Note that while there's an extra A and B at indices 3 and 4, we cannot reuse the letter C at index 2, so we cannot make a copy of ABC. So in this case, we got ABC right here, which is our target. Boom, we got that 1 time. Now, we're almost able to get it again, but we don't have another C. We cannot reuse any of these letters, right? So right now, we're only dealing with these letters. And since we can't reuse C, that means we cannot make this right here equal to target. So we were only able to make 1 copy equal to target, and that's this copy right here, indices 0, 1, and 2. So that's why the output is 1. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3. So in example 3, our input S equals a string A, B, B, A, C, C, A, D, D, A, E, E, A. Target equals a string A, 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 A. Boom, so we need 5 A's. The output is 1, so we must have been able to get those 5 A's. It says we can make a copy of A, by taking the letters at indices 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12, and we can make at most 1 copy of A, so we return 1. So in this case, we take this A, take this A, we take this A, we take this A, and we take this A, and in the end, we have our target A. We can only do that 1 time, so that's why our output is 1. And now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to initialize the answer to the maximum possible value, and we'll gradually reduce it based on the limiting character. So we'll declare a variable right here called ans, and we'll set that equal to s.count. Boom. Then we need to get the frequency map of characters in S. So we'll say declare a variable called dict underscore S colon, open up the square brackets, key will be a character, colon, value will be an integer, and we'll initialize it with a blank dictionary like this. Boom, and now we need a frequency map for the characters in target, so we'll do the same thing, except this time we'll say var dict underscore t for target, then we'll say colon, square bracket, character, colon, and come outside of that, set that equal to blank dictionary. Boom. Now we need to count how many times each character appears in S. So we'll say for C and S. We'll open up the brackets and we'll say dict underscore S square bracket C. We'll set that equal to, open up the parentheses, dict underscore S square bracket C, come outside of that, question mark, 0, come outside of that, we'll say +1. Then we need to count how many times each character appears in target. So we'll come underneath this and we'll say for C and target. We'll open up the brackets, we'll say dict square bracket T square bracket C equals, open up the parentheses, dict square bracket T square bracket C, come outside of the square bracket, question mark, 0, come outside of that, +1. Boom. Now for each character required by target, we're going to determine how many complete copies of that character we can provide from S. So we'll come underneath this and we'll say for, open up the parentheses, C, comma, count, come outside of that, and dict underscore T, we'll open up the brackets, and if the target needs 2 A's and S contains 7 A's, then we can contribute 7 divided by 2, which equals 3 complete copies. Or the overall answer is limited by the character that can form the fewest copies. So we're going to say ands equals min, open up the parentheses, ands, comma, int, parentheses, dict underscore S square bracket C, come outside the square bracket, question mark, 0, come outside this parentheses, still inside the other ones, and divide that by count. Then we need to return the maximum number of times the target can be formed by coming right here, and we could just say return ands, y'all. Boom, that should be all she wrote right here. Let's give it a run. See how it runs. Okay, we got an error. It says found. Oh, sorry, y'all. Should not be a space right there. So now let's run that again. See if that fixes it. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So before we go, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is the whole code right here. Boom, boom. And yeah, y'all, with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.